We all knew he had talent. I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, I was knocking on coach's door saying put him as a number 9. I'm not going to try and take credit for that. That's all him. Coach kind of put him in that position, and he took his chance and ran with it. He's incredibly dynamic. He has a ton of attributes. He's very good on the ball. He's got pace. He's strong, and he's shown that he can finish, which is the most important thing to do if you're going to be playing number 9. So, honestly, it's amazing, and we're all happy for him. And hopefully, it just keeps this momentum going and keeps taking over and keeps doing bigger and better things.
Forge captain Kyle Becker sitting down with One Soccer earlier in the weekend, speaking to the rise of Kwasi Poku, who has now for 2 matches in a row been held out of the team. Bobby Smirniotis was asked about it after the Halifax Wanderers match on Wednesday. He coyly said that there is a lot of interest in the young man in the transfer market right now. Today, held out of the team again. I asked Forge for an update. They said we're focused on bringing 3 points home with us from Vancouver. But One Soccer can confirm the reporting earlier today from Joshua Cloak that Kwasi Poku is nearing a move to Belgium in the 2nd division. And if he's going to make that move stick, a move that is reported to be, or likely to be, based on the information we have at the moment, a league record transfer, he's going to have a big set of shoes to fill, because not only does he want to impress, but he's going to try and blaze a trail for the next generation of CPL players. Jordan Wilson and Jimmy Brennan will tell us why they believe he can do it and some of the ways he can find success in the Belgian second flight.
Kwasi Poku, Jimmy Brennan. There's a lot to like about this kid. We have 4 goals. We have 4 clips we want to look at. And the first one, we're just going to talk about all the things we see and that we enjoy about his game. And the fact that it came the past 2 months as well just shows a player in form and on fire. This is back in June. I just want to play this through about Forge's number 9, or we can almost say former number 9. We're just going to pause it right here, because you see the left back here in Antonoglu. Everyone's facing their goal, right? And both you and I, at different levels, I will say your left foot is sweet, but we've both played center back, we've both played right back. When you're facing your goal like this is the position you don't want to be in. But the strikers that smell danger, Jim, these are the ones that score goals like they do. And I'll just let you take it from here as we play it through.
Look at the space, though, as well. Look at the space. So a player like him, he knows, he can sense blood. And as he comes in, he's already beat the defender just by him coming across the defender here now. He's out of the picture. Yeah. He's out of the picture. And then the composure that he has is fantastic.
And when you watch it, you mentioned it before, that 5-yard burst, right? Like, a lot of players might be anticipating that pass, but still don't have the pace to get there. He has the pace to get there, get in front. Now, we just have to dissect and talk about the finish. So you as a left-footed player, you know, Sir Alex said you guys are like rare gems, rare birds, and it's true. Most players are right-footed. As he takes his touch on the right, as we play it forward, just look where the ball is. He has to position himself to go and chip it. It's actually on his right foot, but he swings his hips and chips it. And talk about a finish. That is world class.
No, it was an unbelievable finish. I think for me to have the composure and confidence to do that, to try it, is something special. And I think when a lot of the scouts now that are watching him, they see an individual that's doing that, they know they're informed. They know that they're confident. They've got confidence within themselves. And for him to just shift his body, kind of look at the goalkeeper as well, and he moves just a little bit to come on your left foot and then dink it over top. It's remarkable to see. I love seeing a player with bags of confidence like this.
It really is. And playing against Toronto FC in the first leg, just want to watch Kwasi Poku. He's right here on the shoulder, right? And Tristan Borges, I remember this play, does a great turn, draws the center back, and as he's driving forward, we just play it through. Just watch his movement here, Gaff. It goes on the shoulder, and we pause it there because he just does a glance, right, over the shoulder, just to know where he is, know where the defender is. So now he has one thing on his mind, and that's putting the ball in the back of the net.
Do you know, see with that movement as well, as he's coming across behind the defender, he knows, once you see the defender's number, he knows he's got him now.
Yes.
He goes, I've got the advantage now because you're ball watching, so you don't know where I am. But his next move and the run that he comes, and he's looking over his left shoulder to see where the defender is. And as he's looking over this way, he knows, okay, I've got to make a certain angle, so if that ball does come, that defender can't get it now.
What's so interesting about his movement and his timing and the runs is that that's something that strikers train for years and years, day in and day out. This is someone that was thrown into that position and said, I have enough to really sort out how I'm going to move in the box. And these are big finishes against a big team, a TFC, in a big moment. And he just looks like someone that's ready for the game and for these goals. Like, as we play it through, just watch the finish as well. You're left-footed, and you're doing what... I don't even do this in my backyard. I don't even try it. I might hurt myself. He does it with his right foot and does a finish on a big stage.
Yeah.
This one I just want to point out as well. Something that good strikers do, and it's annoying to play against as defenders, is when you're just splitting defenders. A lot of times in CPL, sometimes you find strikers here or right on a defender, right? If I'm coming straight to you like this, that's easy for you. Yeah. But if I'm in between, who gets to mark him? Are you picking him up or am I? And as we play it through, forwards are doing what they do and just being methodical and playing the ball. But just watch his movement, right? And we pause it here because at this point, he's probably past that first post, which is not an ideal position for a striker to be because you can't really get contact. But he doesn't stay still at all, Gaff. He's always moving. He's always working. And as we play it through and going forward, I know you love this goal specifically. Look at the finish.
Great goal. Great finish. Look, for me, what I like is that first movement that he does. He comes in here. He's drawn the defender with him. If we can just pause it. He's drawn the defender with him a little bit. But then he realizes that he's got a player that's going 1v1 right now.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of times strikers will come over and go, maybe I'll link up play. But then he's trusting the player that he's with right now. So he backs back into play now. Mm-hmm. And then he gets himself in a position that if that ball comes in, again, the defender cannot come. And the angles that he comes in on, it's terrible for defenders because they can't get around him. They can't get the ball because he's a big body as well. A lot of times you'll see strikers make straight runs. Yeah. For defenders, easy, no problem. I'll put my arm out and I'll come inside. But when you start coming on angles and you're blocking my runs, it's almost impossible at times to defend.
And you mentioned as well, which is a key, is when you have a frame, 6'2", strong player, that it's better back into someone as well. You can feel and know when to move. And you saw in that last goal, he backs into a defender knowing that I've already beat him now, and I've just got to tap it in. But what a finish, you know, to go inside the foot and go far post as well.
Exactly. And again, you know, I keep kind of harping on it, his movement, because if that ball's coming across and I run straight, you can get that.
Yes.
But now if I come into this area as that ball's coming, you're going to make contact with me, but I can shield you now and I can block you.
Yeah, for sure.
So his movements are incredible, especially for the age that he is now.
And I know, I'll say this quickly, I know you're someone who loves this player, the 21-year-old Kwasi Poku, because in 2022 when you coached me at York United, if I had $1 for every time you said gamble in the box, I'd probably have about $150 to my name. You said it all the time, but it's true. You have to make that run and bait your players to give that pass. And if they do, then you end up being the hero. All these runs that he makes into the box are next to none because he believes that he's going to score. This is the last clip for the day, but for me, one of my favorites because you see him here, Kwasi Poku, and I just love this matchup here with him and Nimick, right? And as we pause it, Nimick has checked his shoulder, as you do, about 3 times. Kwasi Poku right now, Jimmy Brennan, is pointing and indicating to David Choinière where he wants the ball. Most CPL players are running straight here, and the ball's probably getting cut off because there's 3 Halifax Wanderers players. Not Kwasi Poku. He says, play it in this gap. I'll get there. And then watch that run. As we play it through, Choinière knows that ball's going to come, puts it in perfectly. What did you like about this clip, Jim?
Can you rewind it back just a little bit? Again, the run for me, the minute that he looks at Nimick and he sees Nimick's number, he knows. And he's clever because what he does is, and we tell midfielders all the time as well, as you're running towards goal, the minute that player sees you, you've got him now.
Yeah.
So Nimick looks over his shoulder, he sees, he goes, okay, that's where he is. But then when Nimick starts looking that way again, that's when he's pointing and telling him, this is where I want it. He saw me on this side, on the left side. Now I'm going to come across him and I'm going to get into this area because Nimick thinks I'm over here.
Yeah.
And as he comes this way, both defenders don't know where he is.
And the best ones in the world do it well, right? You check your shoulder. As a defender, we look at it and you're hard done by because you can't look at the play the whole time. You're running to your goal.
Yeah.
But as soon as you do the glance and you go for it, that is the time to either go near post, far post, and then you're finished. You have the jump on the defender.
Good strikers will do that. As you look over the shoulder, they'll make eye contact with you and they'll keep running. But then as soon as you turn the other way, then they're in the opposite way, and that's where they get advantage of you.
Yeah, Adam Jenkins, we have to talk a lot about Kwasi Poku and the run that he's had. But there's so much to talk about with this player and the quality that he brings. Let's get into it a little bit more.
Well, there's no doubt that if this transfer materializes, which we have absolutely no reason to believe that it won't, Eagle Football Holdings is going to be very, very curious about that bit of analysis right there. Same group that owns Botafogo, Crystal Palace, and Olympique Lyonnais. A look at his numbers, and these are just since his move to striker. It's taking a lot of people by storm, not just here in Canada, but across the pond as well. And hey, Jesse Marsh, who went to a Forge match, is leading towards giving Poku a call for the September window. He's been that impressive. And Marsh and CONCACAF is where we will head next as match night continues.